Hi and welcome to Daily TV YouTube channel. Joe Biden fails to remember Scott Morrison's name in memorable atomic Aukus declaration. In the midst of a memorable declaration, US President Joe Biden staggered more than one of his new accomplices' names. In a noteworthy joint declaration with the United States and the United Kingdom itemizing Australia's atomic change, Prime Minister Scott Morrison has been classified that individual down under by President Joe Biden. Mr. Morrison on Thursday morning affirmed Australia would utilize American and British innovation to assemble its next armada of submarines, supplanting the current Collins-class warships. Mr. Morrison made it clear Australia was not looking to build up atomic weapons or a common atomic ability and would comply with restraint commitments. The new pursuit comes as Australia, the United States and the United Kingdom have shaped another three-dimensional security organization, Aukus, with an emphasis on innovation and long-haul soundness in the Indo-Pacific district. During the public interview, which included pioneers from all nations in their separate capital urban communities, Mr. Biden said thanks to that individual down under for uniting the nations. "Much obliged to you, Boris, and I need to thank that individual down under," Mr. Biden said. "Much thanks, buddy. Like it, Mr. Prime Minister." He immediately backtracked and tended to Mr. Morrison by name as he said thanks to him for his association, however the bungle was not missed. Talking later on Thursday from Parliament House, Mr. Morrison considered the new arrangement of eternity organization between the most established and generally trusted of companions. "This eternity association is the best drive to accomplish the objectives of steadiness and security of our district since the ANZUS alliance itself. It has been the result of incredible tolerance, of extraordinary assurance, of a profound relationship fashioned between our countries, and to be sure, the individual working connections we have had the option to produce between pioneers. The new vessels won't be outfitted with atomic weapons, yet will utilize the atomic-controlled innovation utilized by the US and the UK. They will be implicit Adelaide and won't require common atomic ability in light of the fact that the submarines will utilize reactors that needn't bother with refueling during the existence of the boat," Mr. Morrison said. Mr. Morrison said over the course of the following year and a half the three nations would cooperate to look to decide the most ideal way forward. "This will incorporate a serious assessment of what we need to do to practice our atomic stewardship obligations here in Australia," Mr. Morrison said. Safeguards Secretary Greg Moriarty said the team would set up various working gatherings with the US and the UK. "The declaration is relied upon to be met with some reprisal by China, who are probably going to consider it to be an assault on their territorial impact." Mr. Morrison said the chance to foster the new innovation was game-changing, however reflected the improvements of vital conditions in the area. "They keep on speeding up at a speed not conceived just 5 years prior," Mr. Morrison said on Thursday. Biden said the point of the arrangement was to guarantee long-haul harmony and strength in the Indo-Pacific district. "Since the fate of every one of our countries, and for sure, the world, relies upon a free and open Indo-Pacific," Mr. Biden said. "This is tied in with putting resources into our most noteworthy wellspring of solidarity. Our coalitions and refreshing." Hi and welcome to Daily TV YouTube channel. Joe Biden fails to remember